Good afternoon, lovely people. Well, I have tried to do a setup so we can do mini pancake maker so I can show you. So I've done these as an experiment. So I haven't coloured them. Oh, thrown them all over the floor. And I'm just gonna paint them after. If this doesn't stay in shot, I'm really sorry, but it's I've I've been experimenting to try and get it in the right place. Now I need to maneuver myself a bit more. Hang on a moment. Bear with. So spatula, well, palette knife, tweezers just in case, scissors, Tyvek, and I've lost the big sheets of Tyvek. Oh, hang on, bear with again. Just got to move them as I was trying to manoeuvre and try and do this setup. So big sheets of Tyvek. Let's get one sheet out. We're not going to do any more than that. Plug that on the floor. I'm gonna plug in the pancake maker. There we go. So a little light comes on. Right, let's just put that to one side. I'll put that up there. And we've got these couple of bits here. That's a bit too big, so we'll chop that in half. Open the pancake maker. Put our little grease poof or parchment in. And like I put a little footnote on the other one, do not touch the plate when it's on. I mean, my goodness, you're going to get really severely burnt. It's extremely hot. So let's chop those pieces up. So you get your piece of Tyvek, you pop it on. Oh, it's already, look, it's already working. Can you see it? It's bubbling up. Haven't even put the lid down. Hopefully you can see the alchemy. And then because it's so pliable at the moment, it's so soft, you can just play with it. And then you really want to squidge it down to get it lovely and flat. Oh, it's gone too much. And that's what can happen. You've got to be so careful. I mean, you can still use it. In fact, it'd be quite cool because it's really lacy. And again, with this, don't pick it up when it's really hot because it is plastic, and again, you get really burnt. So let's have another go. I was on some having to put the, oh, it's really hot at the moment, so I don't need to put the lid down. You can put the lid down. Oh, this is really going. Oh, I love the alchemy of it. Right, I'm going to take that out. Ooh, and then I'm going to squidge him. This is a silicone mat, so this takes the heat as well. Squidge it down, squidge it the other way. Flatten it. Sorry if it's rocking the camera, but this is the only way I could try and set it up so I could show you. So lovely and flat, really flat, just so perfect. Try another one. Let's move in a bit. This one's not moving as fast as the other bits. I think it's because it cools down a bit, because obviously you're meant to have the lid on. But I did a bit earlier and it went to that size. Yeah, oh! Ooh. There we go, let's get that out. I mean, no two pieces are going to be the same. So it's going to be quite unique each time you do it. I don't know whether this is showing right because of the light. I'm really sorry if it's not. I've really tried my best to try and do a video of it, but I'm thinking the light's probably not great. Let's pop that down for a sec. I don't think we want it to, oh no, that's okay, it's not doing anything yet. Starting to move. Sorry if you can hear any noise in the background. Being my mum, and I think my dad's watching football, so it's not doing anything. Let's put the lid down on that one. I think when the light's coming back on means it's cooled down a little bit. I mean, not that it ever really cools down that much. It is very, very hot. So I'm loving that lacy bit. I just don't know whether when I bring it up to the camera, the light's on it and you can't see it, especially as it's white. Oh! And don't do that. Look, you see? And then you get the smallest piece in the world. Don't talk and forget. Oh, I love it. So funny. It would just disappear to nothing. Literally, it would actually just disappear. So yeah, keep an eye on it. But I'm oh, now we can manipulate this one quite well because it's curling up. I mean, obviously you could leave it really, really curly if that was what you puffed up. If that's the sort of look you wanted and how you were gonna use it. It's just how getting it down on something like a canvas or your book pages, your art pages. Oh, this is going to be quite a nice one, but let's squidge it down. Get that off. Give it another good squidge. Oh, that's took the top off of that bit. More texture. See, what I was thinking with the white is just I can paint over once it's down on the book, and that'd be quite cool because I've never done it that way round before, but then I've always put it on fabric. So yeah, if you don't know what the hell this video is about, I did a video this morning about Tyvek and what I was doing. So I just felt really mean that I didn't do a video showing you. Oh, this one's not going. I felt mean not doing a video trying to show you, but like I said, the lead on the pancake maker is so tiny because obviously it's a kitchen appliance, and so it's not, that end isn't doing, this end is doing. I don't know whether maybe fact that the middle of the plate is hotter, which I presume it is. Yeah. Oh, come on, that bit's going now. And then just squidging really, because the more flat it is to go to glue down. That bit's just not doing, but oh, it's going, but the rest of it is going to disappear, so you've got to get it off because now you've got the clear bits. You see how that looks when we, oh, we've got a lovely lacy bit again. So, you know, it's still totally usable, but, and we'll do this bit. I'm going to chop that off because that won't be good to go in there. That would be too long. Right, let's pop that bit down. And obviously you can cut it in any shape. You know, I just chopped it up from the sheet, but I mean, you could do circles. You know, use your die cutting machine, cut out rectangles, circles if you've got those dies, and do all sorts of let's put that down again a bit. I'm concentrating while I'm doing this, so I'm not as chatty as normal because it's hot, and I don't want to burn myself. So I'm keeping my mind on the fact that I've got a very hot little gizmo here, and it is a gizmo, or gizmos, a global gizmos. Oh, right. And then when it's puffed up like that, you can just gently squidge, so you're getting the little cells, as I call them. And then you want to squeeze it down when you feel that it's giving you the right. Get that one off. Give it another good squidgy so we get it flat. And yeah, oh, that's a nice shape, like a teardrop shape. If you could get, the trouble is you can't like design what you want, because each time you do it, even if you put in the same size of paper and the same shape, you're never going to get the same bit ever again. It just doesn't work like that. So when you normally work with Tyvek, if you haven't watched the video below, normally you work with Tyvek with an iron. So you use your parchment paper as a sandwich, put the Tyvek in the middle, and then use a hot iron to iron over it till you get the desired effect. But the reason I decided to try it in the pancake maker is because I needed it really, really flat for to put, so that I could glue it down in my journal, because I normally use it on fabric and it doesn't matter if it's puffy because I sew it down and that works. But when you want it to put it on paper, you need it to be dead flat so you can glue it. Because it's plastic, it's hard to glue, so the flatter the better. And I did that and put it some in my altered book art journal. And normally I paint it, so I normally paint it with acrylic paints, is my go-to, but you can use watercolors. I mean, you can color it with anything really. I presume you could probably use alcohol markers, all sorts of different markers. Oh, this is gonna be, well, that's nice. You just get 3. Let's get that out before it disappears. I think they look like little pebbles and stuff. Right, let's see. I'm just gonna try a sort of a roundy shape. Show you a roundy shape. There we go. Pop. Always make sure you pop your thing on. Now, I don't know whether you know anything about the mini pancake makers, but Marion Emberson, she got one, and she thought she could try it with her embossing powders, and it works amazing. So go and check her videos out, but you'll probably see quite a lot of mini pancake maker YouTube videos, because people have rushed out after watching Marion's videos and bought one to play with, and there is, I think, probably more things you can do with them. I know some people have started using shrink plastic, and I think Marion did a video the other day on shrink plastic, but I'd seen someone else do it first. And I haven't seen anyone use Tyvek, so I could be the first. Woo! How exciting! Oh God, don't talk too much, lose you. Oh, it's lovely and pliable now. So if I do it really gently, then I'm going to hopefully get the cells, and then once they're sort of in there, then I can start pressing hard to flatten it. We want it to puff up. And this is what happens when you do the iron over it. It all puffs up. I want that a bit more shape there, just gently still while I'm, oh, that gives a nice big, don't like that bit there, it's not giving me much. Yeah, so check out Marion and oh, there's a lovely guy, David, I can't remember his channel. He does like lots of card making and mixed media, and he played with, right, let's get that out before we lose it. We've got a lot of clear bit in there, so we'll have lacing. Yeah, I will try and remember who he is. David, oh, I can't remember who he is. So I've got quite a bit of lacing in that one around the edge. Again, I don't know whether you can see it because of the light. Right, let's should we do another circly one? I'm gonna go in a minute. I just wanted to show you, yeah, what else have been done in it. So shrink wrap plastic, embossing powders, embossing powders on wood, just embossing powders, so you pull up a whole load of embossing powders that you could use on a project or on a card. What else have I seen? Yeah, on wood pieces, like those, you know, wooden hearts you can get, or wooden little bits. I suppose you could do it on all sorts of different bits with the embossing powders. I did try some embossing powder on this Tyvek. It did actually work on one. On the other, it went extremely weird. But I've always thought about doing a lovely mixed media canvas with Tyvek, and I've never worked out a way, you know, trying to sew through the canvas. I don't know whether that would work that well, but I haven't tried it. So it's something that I've quite fancied doing, but now I just can't wait. And I thought if I did some of this green, although I've got some green in my box, I'll show you the coloured in case you haven't seen the video below. I'll show you that in a sec. I'm going to get some of these going. I was thinking about putting it on the canvas that I've got, that I'm going to put my dragon on, because it would sort of mimic scales as such. I thought it'd look quite cool. And that's not really puffing up enough for me. Let's pop the lid down, let it disappear, it'd be this big. No, nothing's happening. Yeah, if you're going to do the Tyvek, just keep looking, because honestly, you'll get the tiniest bit left in the world if you don't keep an eye. We're getting somewhere. Come on. I did do the pieces that I did yesterday that I put in my journal. I actually reheated the pieces that I'd already done before with an iron, and they worked absolutely brilliantly. I could reheat them. If you keep going with an iron, it just doesn't work, but this just really does work. Yeah, I did, the bits that I put in the journal were from pieces that I'd done before. Oh, this is going to be a nice piece now. See, that's it. Sometimes you've got to have a bit of patience, but you don't want to, oh, there's a nice, oh, it's, no, we're going to go too far. Let's get that nice and flat. Yeah, I think you just get to work out when you think, oh God, no, I need to get it off. Yeah, so that's another nice round bit. And yeah, you can get like holes and stuff up here, and It's really quite cool. So I'm going to unplug it now. Okay, let's pop that down, and then I'll get out the box of the pieces that I've done and coloured. So I showed these in the other video. So this is a big box of ones I prepared earlier. Loads of them. So this is when you colour them, you know. Yeah, I can see the light. I mean, that isn't that colour. That's a really dark purple in places. That's if you iron it and then iron it again on the other side. So you turn it over and then you get the indentations. This is a full sheet, which is a piece that I do want to put on fabric and do some stitching on. I really want to, and it's got me back into my Tyvek. And there's so much you can do with it. There's a nice little round bit, so you can see that the thing, if you colour it before, then when it melts, all the colour is all the melted bits, it's coloured. I presume that that's still going to work. That's where I've done it the other way round. So I've put the colour on and then I've ironed the other way, so then you get the big craters. So that's the colour on and I've ironed on the colour, and that's the colours on and I've ironed on the white, and that's the difference. So you get the raised and the craters, so you get the two different things. That's a nice bright shiny metallic paint. It's a lovely big piece. Browns and greys would make a lovely bottom of a shoreline or something. Yeah, so anyway, so those pieces now that I've done white, I might colour some, so I might paint over them, or I'm going to put them in on a journal page and then colour the page, so they'll be in the background and give me texture and stuff. Anyway, love and blessings to you all. I hope this video isn't too bad considering how I've had to try and do it, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, get a mini pancake maker pancake maker, get your embossing powders out, and get your Tyvek, and what other things, oh, the shrink wrap plastic. I've never worked with that, so I don't know what that's like. But yeah, you can play and play and play all day. So yeah, lots of love and blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.